Hey everyone, Trainer Maxim with you. Thank you very much for joining me for this session. Today we're going to train the front splits. Join me. Of course, as always, before we start, I want to sincerely thank everyone who supports my channel. Thank you so much for your comments, questions, greatly appreciated. And of course, your super thanks, absolutely amazing. And my support angels. Guys, you're amazing. Everyone, thank you very much. I want to remind you about three main principles of stretching. I talked about them in one of my other videos on the pancake, but just in case I want to refresh your memory. The first, we need to know that any stretching essentially is the adaptation of the central nervous system to the amount of the discomfort we have in the muscles. The reason why your muscle is tight is because the brain thinking that the muscle is in stress or danger of being torn apart, or your joint associated with that muscle is in danger. Then the brain tries to tighten that muscle up in order to constrain all the possible movements at that area, in order to protect you, especially when that amount of elongation is unfamiliar and has never been done before. Then the brain simply tries to protect you. And our goal is to show the brain that everything is fine, we still can breathe, no damage was sustained, in order for the brain to adjust, to accept that changes. Because inside the muscles we have special nerves called muscle spindles, and they read the amount of stretch the muscle is currently undergoing. If that signal they send back to the brain is too severe or unfamiliar, then the brain might panic and tighten up the muscles. So our goal with stretching is to adapt the interpretation of the brain to that information. Whenever the brain next time receives the same information, it needs to be received in a safe fashion. It needs to be received with the message that everything is fine, we're good, and the brain will stop sending electrical activity to the stretched muscle the next time. And that's how we're becoming more flexible in the first place. So because of that, the second principle is to keep the stretch light. If you place your body into a severe stretch, let's say 7, 8 out of 10 perception of difficulty, 10 you cannot breathe, you cannot smile, you're so tense, then probably the brain will overreact anyway. The brain will perceive it as an imminent danger and will trigger the tension in the muscle as much as possible. Also, the brain might go into that fight or flight reflex where production of some hormones are elevated, such as adrenaline. And adrenaline will further tighten up the muscles and constrict the blood supply to the muscles, which will make your muscles less pliable even more. So we really want to make sure that whenever you stretch, the stretch is kept at 2, 3 out of 10. The less, the more in this case. The less stretch, the less stress you create in that muscle, the faster, the quicker the brain will adapt to that amount of discomfort. And after 3-5 days, that discomfort will not be perceived as discomfort because the brain saw that after that stretch, no damage was sustained, you stayed happy, you liked it, your hormone levels, happy hormone levels was elevated, so everything is great, and the brain will increase the threshold of its sensitivity. So next time the brain will not panic when you go into the same stretch. And that's how little by little you can increase the severity of stretch to the point that you can go into any splits. And the third principle is that it's counterintuitive. The less flexible you are, the less stretching per week you should do. Sounds absolutely bizarre, but the logic behind this stretching is that stretching training is in a way weightlifting training. Whenever you place the muscle into a stretch, muscle contracts, shortens a little bit, resisting. Therefore, the muscle cells are sustained some damage during the stretching. So after any stretching session, the muscle might feel tight after a good stretching session. I'm not talking about the conventional stretching we do before the training just to warm up. I'm talking about a good stretching session when you place yourself in a good stretch and stay there for a prolonged period of time, let's say 1-2 minutes, a couple of sets like this. So after that, the muscle cells might sustain some micro tears, micro damage, like during the weightlifting. And if you attempt to stretch that muscle the very next day, that you will have less result out of it. The brain will definitely resist more and sooner. Yes, you will feel very good stretch the very next day if you stretch that muscle, but in reality it's because the brain resists more and your range of motion is less as a result. But the perception of the severity of the stretch might be exactly the same as it was the day before when you did normal stretch. So we really want to make sure that before you do the next training stretching, your muscles had enough time to recover, to heal, and the brain had enough time to rewire itself within its inners. So we would typically want to allow 3, 4, even 6 days between stretching sessions. And as the progress goes and your brain stops overreacting to the stretching and keeps the stretched muscle calm, absolutely calm, during the stretch, then only then you can stretch every day. Because when you go into the stretch, the brain is well familiar with that range of motion. The brain does not send any electrical activity to the muscle to resist. So the muscle is in essence not doing any physical activity, no weight lifting for that muscle. Muscle is relaxed, it's not pulling. Therefore, the micro tears are not sustained by that muscle. So you can do that every day. But for the first time, when you start stretching, please keep it light. Keep it light and keep it infrequent, at least 5-6 days in between. And you can decrease that amount of time as the progress goes. So 3 main principles. First, it's the adaptation of the central nervous system. Second, keep it light. And third, keep it infrequent if you just starting that journey of stretching. And based on that, we will be building the progress. As for this front split stretch, in essence, it's a unilateral stretch. It means that one leg is forward and the other leg is back, which means that for the front support, you're going to use only one leg, and for the back support, you're going to use only one leg as well. So in a way, it's a matter of balance as well. It's a matter of the weight distribution between 2 legs. And for that reason, the spinal alignment in this stretch is of a crucial essence. What I mean by the spinal alignment, as you know, our spine is very, very mobile and flexible. It has 33 vertebrae, and each of those vertebrae can move relative to one another by a tiny bit. It can just be a little bit bending sideways, this way or that way. And since when we are doing that front split, the spine doesn't have an equal support in most cases on both sides, the spine tends to twist a little bit to one side or to other side, and the twists in the spine might guide the pelvis, the pelvic alignment, into this position or forward position or forward position. And that misalignment of the pelvis, when the pelvis is not really centered, when the pelvis is not a part of a neutral spine, that might lead to unpredictable situations in the hips, and often it will be affecting your stretch not in a good way. Let's say the view from behind, let me show you. If I'm attempting to go into the split supported, all great, and I'm trying to do this, but for some reason I have more crunch on this side, then my pelvis will automatically shift sideways, and that will not allow me to feel good, because that side shift of my pelvis will drag my front leg a little bit sideways, just like this. Spine goes this way, I'm going here, and now I don't feel that I'm in the center. I don't feel anything. My leg is rotating out, I'm hurting my joint, here. The back leg is a little bit out, not completely in, and etc. When it happens, the brain will never relax, of course, as we know, because it's dangerous for the brain to relax. We're physically putting our joints in danger, so there will be no relaxation, there will be no stretch. For that reason, we really want to make sure that we do our best to keep our spine as aligned as possible. Ideally, we want to picture that our spine is on the corner of the wall, and each vertebrae is facing that corner to the best of your ability. Just this is the corner, and each vertebrae on the corner of that wall. We're going to do a couple of drills for the body awareness to train this, but for now just get the idea. We want each vertebrae to face the corner so that we can make sure that each vertebrae nicely stacked against one another and not twisted like this. Because again, spine twists, pelvis might shift to the left or to the right. and we go from there. It's not a good position, and it will be very difficult for you guys to keep the legs in a good turn just because your pelvis is not in a good position. And it doesn't mean if you push the pelvis forward or adjust it with the sides going to help you. It's not. It's all about the spinal alignment. We really want to make sure that all the spinal muscles along the brain are nicely synchronized in their work, and they're trying to hold the spine in a stable structure so that the spine can keep that structure, and that's how we can pull on the legs without disturbing the spine. But if while pulling on the legs, like on the leg muscles here, the pelvis is stretching and pulling, sorry, the hamstrings is being stretched and pulls on the pelvis forward like this. One, since it's unilateral stretch, there is no second leg here, the pelvis will be shifted this way and we will be doing this stretch. Well, looks kind of not right, and we will be trying to compensate it because we want to look straight ahead by twisting the spine even more. This is not a good stretch. So we want to keep the spine as aligned as possible in this fashion, like picture here. The wall is the corner of the wall right behind you, and you're trying to place each vertebrae on the corner of the wall to the best of your ability. One on the corner, and from here you're stretching the muscles just like this. And of course it might not look like it, it might not look, and it will not look absolutely in one line. It will be still shifted to some degree to the left or to the right, just a little bit, but it will be done through the resistance of the muscles of the spine, which are still trying to do that. And that's how you get the support from the spinal muscles. If you don't have that resistance from the muscles and you just don't care about this, you just relax, then the spine might take unpredictable shapes on your way into that stretch. And that will significantly hamper the advance of your stretch and might even hurt you. So at all time, you're trying to make sure that the spine is on the corner of the wall, spinal muscles are doing its best to keep the spine more or less aligned, even if it's a little bit like this, just tiny bit. So keep this in mind. We're going to do a couple of drills for that before attempting the stretch. Another thing for this stretch, it's crucial again to maintain our neutral spine. Neutral spine means that your upper back is not slouched, reaching up, and your lower back is not crunched, reaching away, so that you maintain the neutral pelvic tilt. No posterior tilt needed, no anterior tilt needed. At this point, we need a neutral spine, because as we know, the leg of the body can move only 25-30 degree back under condition that the pelvis is tilted neutrally like this due to the natural tilt. And that's why the leg can move back without disturbing the spine. Any further activity of the leg moving back will require the arch in the lower back. And now you guess what might happen if you push the pelvis aggressively into the posterior pelvic tilt. If you eliminate any neutral tilt of the pelvis by engaging a lot of core so that you can crunch the body, then there will be no way you can move the upper leg back. Just anatomically, there is no range of motion left for the upper leg. And for you, in order to achieve that split, to achieve the front split, you will have to rely completely on the excessive arch of the lower back in order to advance the back leg back. And the back will be undergoing an extremely stress in the lower back. And also, because of that, that will force you to lean more forward, overloading the stretch of the front leg, potentially risking some injury, at least at the very beginning. So under no circumstances we want to push the pelvis forward into the posterior pelvic tilt, into the true posterior pelvic tilt, where any tilt, where any arch has eliminated. You really want to think at all time, the pelvis reaches down, the pelvis reaches down, the pelvis reaches down from the middle of the spine to the bottom of the spine, all down directly into the floor at all time as you go down. So you can compare these two stretches. Let's say I will be pushing my pelvis into the aggressive posterior pelvic tilt, and one like this. Now I go down and I feel stuck already here. I don't know what to do unless I do this side movement or something like this, and we'll be trying to stay in that position and figure it out. This is very bad. Versus you enter the position and instead pushing the pelvis forward or crunching, you're trying to make sure that the upper spine in the first place is extended. 1, reach away with the upper spine in the direction of the spine. The spine is here, reaching up this way. The spine is here, this way. But ideally, we want to stay upright, vertical. So let's do just this. Upper spine up, vertical. 1, shoulders open. Now the pelvis reaching down to the floor. 1. So you're aiming with this point of the pelvis strictly down to the floor. And 1, opening up the hips. Now you can gradually, your lower back has 35-20% degree of movement here without disturbing the lower back yet. So you can gradually descend into the split by reach down with the spine, 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 reach down with the spine. So try to avoid at any point doing the posterior pelvic tilt, pushing the pelvis forward. Another complication of that, if you do push the pelvis forward extremely, then as you can see already, you have this distance you have to cover. And instead of trying to open the legs more, because obviously you cannot open the back leg and you cannot overstretch the front leg at this point, you will try to release the support of the arms and let the gravity push you down. But what it does, it completely shifts you on the side like this. 1. And that's not what we want. Instead, you can cover this distance not by releasing the weight of the body, not by letting the weight of the body push you down more, but just simply by elongating the lower back and thinking, okay, upper back up and lower back reaching down to the floor with this point between the legs, strictly down to the floor, and see what's going to happen. 1, 2, and reach down to the floor. 1. And now you're sitting more or less comfortably in the front split position. So at all time, we want to think that our spine, besides being aligned, would like to keep its neutral state. Not like this, but up and pelvis neutral. With this neutral pelvis, you will have 35 degrees for the leg to move back, which already spares a lot of resources for your lower back from being overly compressed. In a way, the lower back will be still compressed at the lowest point, just tiny bit, because it's impossible to do this stretch with the pelvis or lower back completely neutral. In any ballerinas or gymnast, you will see that the lower back is still a little bit like this. But if in addition to that arch, you push the pelvis forward, then you will have to rely on much more arch. Let's say this is your leg and you're pushing the pelvis extremely forward. Then the only way to bring this leg back, since anatomically the leg cannot move past the pelvis, which is pushed back, the only way will be to use your lower back extremely, just like this. And see what I'm doing to the spine? I'm completely compressing it, and that's where you hold it like this with extreme arch in the lower back, like this. And it's all because an athlete is trying to push the pelvis into the posterior pelvic tilt. I'm not sure the origin of this technique, I don't know why. It makes no biomechanical sense. We really want to maintain the neutral tilt here. Neutral tilt will give you some extra range of motion for the back leg to move. At some certain point, you will still maintain the neutral lower back arch, and only at the lowest point, just a little bit of the arch. And that's your lower back. That's how you're sitting. With the lower back still a little bit stressed, but not as much as with the posterior pelvic tilt. Also, we don't really want to exaggerate the anterior pelvic tilt when you're leading the pelvis completely back like this, because the anterior pelvic tilt is done mostly by engaging the lower back muscles. So essentially, now by doing extreme anterior pelvic tilt, you're over-engaging the lower back muscles and driving the spine into extreme arch as well. Instead, just think the pelvis at all time with its middle tries to go down to the floor. Picture that there is a string in your spine and somebody on the way down is pulling that string down to the floor, to the floor, to the floor, while spine is being kept on the corner of the imaginary wall. And that movement will be spreading the legs, pushing the legs sideways. Sideways, forward and backward, stretching your hamstrings, stretching your quads on the other side. So very important to maintain the neutral position of the spine. Upper spine reaching up, lower spine reaching down, and the legs will be spread apart if you're aiming with the middle of the pelvis right down into the floor without excessively leaning forward or arching back. So keep that in mind, it's very important. And the final point about this front split is how to position the legs while in the split. It's very important. Either it's external rotation of the leg or internal rotation of the leg. Makes huge difference. So now let's have a look at this. This is your hip. Let's say it's your right hip attached here. And this is your leg. Remember our familiar femur head on top of the leg? It sits like this, and the hip is slightly tilted like this forward. So the legs are not kind of attached in this way to the pelvis somehow miraculously. They can't move just like this. Would be nice, though it's not the case. So that femur head enters the socket here of the hip, and the hip is slightly slanted like this. So now the intricacy of this situation. Let's say we want to bring the leg a little bit back, keeping our neutral tilt. That's all fantastic, but sadly our glutes are attached in an angle. So the glutes are attached here and here to the bone. So the glutes will engage a little bit in an angle. That means that whenever you bring the leg back, the back leg has a tendency to be pulled sideways like this and rotated externally. When that happens, the external rotation of the leg will bring your knee on its side. And that's what we're dealing with when we go into the stretch. The glutes are engaging and pulling on the femur externally into the external rotation. One, and we go and stretch like this. So this situation is undesirable because first of all, it drives your pelvis into an unpredictable situation, and it twists and it literally tries to rip your joint apart. So the brain will never relax. It's uncomfortable, it's not good. So for that reason, we want to compensate that movement by thinking slightly differently. So when you go with this guy back, you want to engage the muscles responsible for the internal rotation of the leg to fight the glutes a little bit and to account for the external rotation and external movement of the leg. So we really want to make sure that the leg is going back and you rotate it in a little bit, in and back. And when it happens, in and back, you can see how the kneecap will be nicely facing the floor and placed in more or less straight fashion, just tiny bit, not on its side and sideways. Kneecap is going to face down. And the other point, since this guy is a little bit slanted like this, then the back leg must be accounting for this and move a little bit to the midline of the body in the back. So you're not aiming the leg strictly back, you're slightly aiming the back leg to the midline of the body, your spine. So compare this. When we're entering, if we're not accounting for the action of the glutes and the glutes are freely pulling the leg into the side rotation, outward rotation, then we will have this situation. That's difficult. You will have to reposition the pelvis a little bit, wiggle, jiggle, but it will not work. Versus adjust the spine, reach down, and picture the leg is rotating internally a little bit and go slightly diagonally back, just slightly. And we go diagonally back, internal rotation, and reach back. So now with this, we can enjoy the stretch. There will be still slight shift of the pelvis because anatomically it's not really plausible to keep the hips square. The hips are not going to be square with this stretch. One hip, the hip of the back leg will be always tilted a little bit this way. That's why you never see the athlete completely with the entire body facing straight forward. There is always a mild twist in the stomach. no matter how good you are, it's always like this. Maybe in rare occasion, when you're a contortionist, you can do this, but it's not a typical case for regular population. The hips are going to be slightly tilted. For that reason, again, don't try to push this pelvis forward in order to make it more square. Nope. Just focus on the neutral spine, reach down with the pelvis and all the vertebrae on the wall. And when the back leg is going in that direction, you rotate it a little bit in and you're aiming it diagonally back to the midline of the body. Same with the front leg. With the front leg, we have all the muscles here, like your hip flexors, attached to one of the hip flexors muscles, your rectus femoris here, the big one. It's attached to the knee here, to the tendon, and goes all the way up and attaches itself to the front of the pelvis. So when it engages, it has the capacity of pulling the pelvis forward, further assisting us with the neutral tilt, which is fantastic. Some compression strength here. So we don't want to extend it this way. Compression strength, hips tilted. But sadly, again, this leg is a different bone, but it will do. This muscle is kind of pulling a little bit diagonally up. So when it engages, it will drag your leg a little bit outward like this one. And that's another dilemma. When you enter in the front split, we go like this and we tend to do this to the leg. Well, with this position, the pelvis will never be in a good place. The spine will always be tilted and twisted, and it will not go into to be felt comfortable. So we don't really want to do this. An extreme stretch here, again, for the reason of protecting you. The brain will not let it go. With that alignment, the joints have a lot of nerves as well. They will be sending a huge amount of data, huge amount of electrical activity to the brain to say we are in danger of damage. So the brain will be tightening the muscles to protect you. That's why we want as well aligned joints as possible, as we possibly can do. For that reason, we still try to do the same. We're engaging the inner thigh muscles to provide some internal rotation a little bit. And again, we're not aiming with this leg strictly forward, but just tiny bit in an angle, just tiny bit this way. Because again, remember that the joint is a little bit tilted on this side, it's tilting this way. So the leg is going to be like this, just mildly, just tiny bit, don't overdo this. So no need to do extremely forward and extremely back. Again, counterproductive, but not forward. See, if I just neutrally try to slide in the front position, naturally I'm going sideways. So we want to aim slightly in an angle, keeping these muscles active to support us with the internal very mild internal rotation. And if you do this, then it will look like this. You go forward, spine, align it on the imaginary wall, reach down with the pelvis, back leg a little bit diagonally here, front leg diagonally, internal rotation in both, and you're sitting in this position. My knee is down, this knee is up, toe point, and you see how it's a little bit twisted still? It's okay, it's absolutely fine. You can still bring your arms up, you can still do a lot of movements, press to handstands, etc. So keep it in mind, whenever we are in the stretching position, we're guiding both legs into mild internal rotation and in mild angle. Front leg this angle, back leg this angle. And all the drills we're going to do with all those three premises about the spinal alignment: spine on the major and core corner, the neutral tilt in the spine, sorry, the neutral tilt in the pelvis by virtue of providing neutral spine, and aligning the legs this way: internal rotation, one leg forward, the other leg forward diagonally, back diagonally. And we're going to do some drills now, just to reinforce everything I've just told you. Again, my apologies, a lot of information, but if you know what you're really doing, the progress will come sooner. Let's do some drills. The first drill we're going to do is for the spinal alignment. Remember how that spine, we would like to keep it on the imaginary corner. So you can find any corner in your living room, such as like this. And It's a very silly looking exercise. I want to warn you in advance, so just roll with me. You're standing like this, placing the tailbone exactly on the corner, and try to align all the vertebrae on the corner, just like this. And making sure that even if you were to crunch, still all the vertebrae would hit the corner precisely. What I mean by this, all the vertebrae, is this kind of the middle of the vertebrae, this bony part, will be hitting the corner of the wall. So that's the body awareness exercise, just to figure out how you need to readjust the muscles of the spinal column. Either you need to do a slight shift, slide this way or here, or reach down. So just let's do this, 30 seconds, standing like this, spine tall, upper spine up, pelvis reaching down. Your lower back is not pressed into the wall, just 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, and done. Rest. Good. So that gives you the perception of your spine aligned. If you go there on the corner and you place the tailbone on the corner and you lean back and suddenly you hit the blade with the corner, let's say you go this way and your pelvis, your tailbone hits the corner, but you land on the blade in the upper back. What it means, under the circumstances that your house is fine and there is no earthquake, the corner is 90 degrees and perpendicular to the floor, so it means your spine is a bit misaligned. So you have to adjust the spine, not by crunching, by extending and placing it this way. At this point, you might feel that you're completely twisted in your brain, because for some reason your brain needs to be recalibrated, because your brain thinks that this alignment is neutral, is your natural lifestyle, bad habits, whatever. And your head is compensated by being turned all the time like this. Therefore, shoulder forward, hip forward, etc. That's one of the main reasons we have bad postures. Lifestyle, bad habits, lack of technique, lack of awareness in the first place. I'll be doing another video on how to correct your spine. But for now, just try to get everything on the corner. And even if your mind, you feel, oh my God, I'm twisted, that's absolutely fine. We need to get used to this new untwisted position. Even if for you it feels like twisted, just keep telling yourself it's normal. It's my new normal. It's absolutely straight. Let's hold it for another 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Done. So at all time you're trying to think upper spine up, lower spine back. At no point you're crunching and doing this. Upper spine down, lower spine down, upper spine up. Like this, mild distance here, and everything stays there. So now the second drill for the spinal alignment. We're going to do the same on the wall, on the corner. Again, looks super awkward, but it's very useful. So you stand like this, you hold this position, and now you're driving one hip into the side crunch, like this. One. So now you're off the wall at this point, and you're returning the spine onto the wall by reaching down, aiming precisely onto the corner. Again, body awareness. Let's try 10 reps. 1, down, 2, 3, 4. Upper spine is not moving. Upper spine is staying on the wall. So we're getting more awareness of the lower spine. Side crunch. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Again, very important. You're not just doing side crunch off the wall and just pushing the butt to the wall. Nope. The butt is brought back on the corner because you're reaching down into the neutral position, and the neutral position should coincide with the corner. 1, neutral position. Down, spine down, spine down. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. And the same we're going to do for all sides, for the hips and for the shoulders. So now for this guy, same idea. Forward. 1, down. 2, reach down. 3, reach down. 4, reach down. 5, reach down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now the same with the shoulders. The shoulder is going, not the shoulder, the rib cage. The shoulder stays back. Rib cage forward. 1, twisting the spine, complete twist, reach up on the wall. 1, reach up, 2, 3, 4. Now the lower back stays on the wall. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And the same with this shoulder. 1, 2, pay attention that I'm not going to do this, and shoulder forward. Shoulder stays back. I'm kind of trying to crunch the rib cage here. 3, 4, 5, reach up, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Again, with this, same thing. You're here, spine stays on the wall, facing the corner. 1, off the wall, reach up, shoulder not here, shoulder neutral, reach up, therefore on the corner. 2, side crunch. It should not look at any point like this. So you're not getting off the wall with the lower mid spine. Lower mid spine stays facing the corner at all time. Not like this or not like this. This part is always facing straight ahead, because you're staying nicely on the corner. Find a good sharp corner so that you feel some pain to enjoy it. Get in. So let's do it one more time. All 4. This. 10, 10, 10, and 10. And go. Just bend the legs a little bit so you can be more mobile with the hips. Relax otherwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like I'm pushing down. I'm not pushing back. I'm pushing down, reaching down with the pelvis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same with the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Every time land on the corner. 10. Done. The other one on the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold this position for 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Done. Great. Good. As you can imagine, I have a lot of strange looks at the gym when I do that myself all the time. Good thing I don't care about this, so neither should you. Do this exercise before your training to get the general sense of the alignment of your spine, to correct your posture, to recalibrate your perception of the spinal alignment, because sometimes we think that it's neutral, we think that we're perpendicular, but in essence we're standing like this, and that's not neutral. So picture you're on the corner, that's on the corner. That used to be my case. When I was doing powerlifting, I would be standing like this and I would absolutely feel okay, thinking that I'm neutral, my spine is aligned, but you can see how my spine has a tendency of twisting this way for whatever reason. Now you need to retrain your muscles to do corner. And now it's different. Now you can see how both spinal columns on both sides are more visible, they're neutral. Now my spine is neutral. And that's exactly what we're doing during the stretch, making sure that we're still staying on the corner. It will spare you a lot of unpleasant sensation in the stretch, and in other exercises. You can incorporate it a bit before the deadlifts, the bench presses, the walking, the running, everything. You will greatly benefit from this just simple body awareness exercise. Okay, let's do the next one. You might be curious, why do I need so many books stacked right in the middle of my gym? I just like reading. Kidding. We're going to use these books as they're meant to be used to begin with, as a support, right? And also for the stretch, you will need a couple of maybe chairs for support. I'm going to use my parallel bars. The format of stretching is going to be the following. We're going to do a couple of strength exercises between every stretch. We're going to hold each stretch for 30 seconds for one side, 30 for this leg, 30 for the other leg. Between, we're doing those a couple of drills. And let's start with the drills. The drills we're going to do are the following. So you will need a strap, or if you're capable, you can just use your hands. So what we're going to do is, with the opposite hand, grab your heel, grab your toe like this, and bring the knee completely to the spine. At this point, don't worry about the spinal alignment or anything, just get the knee very closely to the torso, with the shoulders back. Try not to crunch too much, just like this. And from this position, you're going to push the back of the knee forward, not lowering the leg, as much as you can, just like this. 1, 2, 3. And at the same time, you're going to rotate the thigh internally, but not the torso, just the thigh. The knee should be facing your nose, kind of like this. And you're pushing the knee forward. So from this position, rotate the thigh in, push the knee forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10. Done. Good. So rotate internally, push the knee forward. And the second part, we're going just to hold it as straightened as you can. Again, no need to be very hard, just tiny bit. And you're rotating the thigh in. 1, 2, 3, 10. And hold it and keep pushing for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 10 on each side. So let me give you the full set as an example, and we will be doing some stretches. So first, you're going to do this here, 10 reps, push this guy forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, done. Good, rest, give it a shake. Again, no need to drive the knee into full lock. It's okay if it looks like this. That will do too. If it's too difficult for you, then grab the band, but make sure it's not on the toes. We don't want to overstretch the calf at this point. It's strictly on the heel. You're here, just like this, and push this guy down. 1, 2, 3, maintaining the posture. So no crunching, no movement in the torso. Try to stay as immobile as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 reps. The second part, you go here, push as hard as you can, handle, again 2, 3 difficulty, not 10, you still should be able to breathe normally, and rotate the knee to face your chin, and you're looking straight ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, rest. Good. And the same thing we're going to do for the other side. Opposite hand, heel, here, and rotate in, and push the knee forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excuse my cat, she likes stretching sessions. And now let's rotate, push and rotate the thigh in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the kneecap is facing your chin. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're looking straight ahead, and rest. So we're going to do 2 sets of these for, sorry, not 2 sets, two drills of this kind before we're doing the stretch. This was drill number 1, 2 parts. And the second drill, we're going to go like this, here, on the toes, and reach down with the pelvis. For that, you can use some support here. You can use a couple of books, or the parallel bars, or just fingertips, or chairs, whatever, or just don't use anything. Depends how long your arms are. And reach back with the pelvis to the best of your ability. This time, make sure that you're on the corner of the wall with the spine. And now you're trying to do the same, back of the knee up to the ceiling without lifting the pelvis. So not like this. The pelvis stays, the spine neutral, shoulders tilted back. 1, 2, 3, 4, just 10 reps. Pushing. 10, making sure that the pelvis, as much as you can, goes into this position. 1, 2, and not pushed completely forward. That will be almost impossible to extend due to the reasons I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So let's do 10. 1, reach back, reach forward with the upper spine. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And now holding it, rotate the thigh in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that, sorry, and hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, done. Good. So that internal rotation of the back thigh should be driven from this region, kind of from here. 1, not with the pelvis. That's not internal rotation. So you go here, and internal, you can not shift in the pelvis. Pelvis stays, reach out, very mild movement. Insignificant, tiny movement of the internal rotation of the knee. So here, 1, 2. This way we can go down and do this movement in the stretch if we want. So very mild. Let's do the same for the other leg, kind of like a warm-up. It's here, same idea. Pelvis reaching out, upper back tall, and go push. 1, 2, internally rotated. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold it and rotate internally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, done. Good. So we're going to do these 2 drills between stretch and sets, and I will show you the stretch and sets. We're going to use the books just like this in the middle. You can use 10 of them, 15, whatever you feel comfortable. You will be placing this guy here, this guy here. After we've done these 2 drills, actually 1 set of each will be enough. We're going to do 1 set each. And you go here, place your groin onto the books. It's here, so you can comfortably sit. And now you're thinking about the spine first, on the corner. 1, good. After, the middle of the groin into the books, good. Place yourself in the middle and do the same thing. Rotate the thigh in 1, this thigh a bit in 2, and try to lock the knees and hold for 30 seconds. Upper spine, lower spine, on the corner of the wall, shoulders tilted back, internal rotation slightly diagonally forward, internal rotation slightly diagonally back, and just chill. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and done. And the same for the other leg. So that's going to be the format of the today's stretching session. That was a demonstration, by the way. Sorry, if you started doing it, it's okay, it's a warm-up. I also did not mention it before the session. Please make sure that prior to the stretching session, you did a couple of warm-up exercises, maybe skipping, maybe treadmill, maybe push-ups, whatever. It's like 10-15 minutes of physical activity. The stretch is best to be done when the body is warmed up. So now I think we are completely ready to do the drills, fully fledged drills for the stretch. But again, don't forget about the body awareness exercise before these 3 drills, stretching drills. Okay, let's stretch. Let's begin. Let's begin with those 2 drills. Sit tall, grab it here, rotate the thigh internally, push the knee forward 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold and rotate the thigh internally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold for 10 seconds. Push, rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Done. Good. The same on the other side. Same thing here. And doesn't matter what the other leg does. We don't care. And push forward. 1. My stretch instructor Masha is here to assist me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold and 10 rotations in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. Good. Now for the back legs. Take this position here on the toes and rotate in. Push the knee. 1, 2, 3, pelvis away, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and rotate internally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Good. The other leg, same idea. Remember, spine on the corner, neutral position, pelvis reaching out. Rotate internally, push the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, rotate internally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Good. Again, don't try to be perfect. Don't try to push into absolute lock. Just tiny bit to feel stretch here, to feel stretch here. And no worries if one side feels better than the other side. It's again due to probable twist in the spine. So hopefully it will be corrected with the body awareness exercise we did. And now after these drills, we're going to do the stretch here. Masha, I'm sorry. Here and here. Let's go this position. And spine on the corner. Reach down, rotate thighs internally on both sides, slightly diagonally forward, lock the knees as much as you can, and try to sit directly on the books. Not lean forward excessively, just stay straight up. Not straight up, neutral. 1, 2, 3, 30 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, and done. Rest. Good. And switch legs. Again, instead of parallettes, you can use chairs or whatever. So sit here, same spine aligned, internal rotation. Good. And sit tall. Good. Internal spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 30, and done. Rest. Good. That was set number 1 out of 3 sets. Now, active rest, we're going to do again that drill, and this time you can take maybe a couple of books away, just like this, to increase the severity of the stretch. And again, you do that only when you feel that the previous stretch was okay. Was 2-3 out of 10, and I think the cat is still in my focus. Masha, could you please go forward? Good, thank you. Sorry. So let's do that exercise one more time. The drill. Ready? Rotate in, push forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Internal rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Hold. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Done. Good. The other leg. Same idea. Here, internal rotation. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Internal rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Good. The other side. The other drill. This position here. On the middle, on the corner. Reach away. Keep constantly thinking about those cues. And back and go 1, 2, 3. Internally rotated. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Internally rotated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Done. Good. The other side. Same idea. Spine. Reach back. Here you can rest on the knee with the torso if it feels comfy. Reach back and go push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. And hold. Internal rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, done, rest. Great. And right after that, let's go back on the books. That's how the books are meant to be used, not to read them. Who would read books nowadays? Everything is on YouTube. Kidding. I mean, everything, yes. Got. And go here. This position. Masha is here to steal my focus again. And again, spine on the corner of the wall. Reach down, reach up. Rotate the knee in, not the knee, the thigh. Diagonally, diagonally. And sit, reaching down into the books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, and done. Good. And switch. The other thing, groin, reach down, the spine on the corner. That is actually, when you picture the spine on the corner, how you might keep your hips a little bit more square. And go rotate in, reach back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, and done. Rest. Great. Good. Have some water, rest. It should be quite intense because you're not chilling on the books, you're thinking about all those cues. Spine on the corner, reach up, reach down, rotate in, lock the knee, rotate thigh in, lock the knee, back, shoulders tilted. So at no point you're just relaxing and enjoying the training. It must not be enjoyable in this sense, right? You should enjoy enjoy the tension, the attention, all those things. And the cat if you have one. So now we're going to do it one more time. Again, a couple of more books off. We don't need them. Just keep behavioral neuroscience and books like this. Very interesting books. Here. Let's do it one more time. The final. Same idea. And go here. Rotate in, push forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Hold. Rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Good. The other side, the same idea. Go here. Rotate in. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Internal rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Done. Good. Do not grab the toes because you'll be stretching the calves and that will distract you from stretching the hamstrings. So not yet. Here you can point the toes. That will be easier. And for the back legs, this position here, and go spine, reach back, rotate in, and lock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Internal rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Good. The other side. Keep thinking about those cues. Same thing. Rotate and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Internal rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And done. Great. Perfect. So actually, do not lean back when you're reaching back with the leg. So it should not look like this, kind of straighten the leg and leaning back. Nope, nothing moves, just straighten the leg by pushing the back of the knee to the ceiling. So Masha, you can go in the background if you want. Good. And after this, the final set on the books, lower books. Go here, Good, on the groin. Perfect, same, rotate thigh in, diagonally, spine on the corner, reach down, groin into the books, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 30, done, good. Switch. Same idea, groin on the books. Good. And spine on the wall. Good. Make sure actually that your heel is on something soft, otherwise it might be hard on the heel and you will be bending the knee. So on something soft. Good. And go down here. Good. Much better. Rotate in diagonally. Rotate in diagonally. Good. And stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. And down. Rest. Good. After you've done this, you can see how we decreasing the amount of books. So eventually you'll be next time starting maybe with one more book and take another one, and you go work your way all the way down to no books whatsoever. At some point you will move all the books away, we'll move all the support away here, and you can do the same sequence, those drills, but without any assistance, and going into that position. Let's say you did the drills and you do the same thing. You go from here, you extending, reaching, and growing down to the floor, and you're sitting in this position. 1, 2, same. 3, same cues. In, rotated, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and done. So that's the general progress. 3 sets would do nicely if you do 1 minute for each leg. You can keep the same amount of reps, the same amount of 10, 10, 10, the scheme we used for those exercises, but you can hold one side 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, another set, 1 minute, 1 minute. That would be great, 3 sets. And eventually you work yourself, work your way down to no books state when you can do this movement, this stretch unsupported. Another thing I want to say about this stretch, try not to stretch the muscle and to rest on it at the same time. A lot of times at the gym I see people doing this stretch. They go here and absolutely unsupported they stay here. You can do that further on when you're flexible and can hold the full stretch, but before that avoid it, because in essence what you're doing, you're telling the brain to use those muscles to support you while you're trying to stretch them. So for the beginners, for the first time, it's not a good idea, because we are training the brain not to overreact, not to tense the muscles to that awkward position, but at the same time we have no support, so we're placing the entire body weight on the legs, and the brain now is confused. Should I tense the muscles or should I not? If I don't tense the muscles, it's too severe, I will hurt myself. If I tense the muscles, it's not what you want and you keep pushing even harder. So don't confuse your brain, use the support, use the book, and gradually work your way down with no support. And try to, at the same time, focus at all time on those cues. Spine on the corner, spine neutral, pelvis reaching down, trying to avoid the situation when you're entering this position here. Further down the road, when you're comfortable with this stretch, yes, you can add some elements of this, that's okay, after bringing your stretch to the next level. But for now, try to stay vertical, as much vertical as you can, not straight with the spine. Straight is still, spine is still shaped in that S shape, but more neutral, more vertical. Otherwise, if you lean too much forward, chances are pelvis will be pushed forward. You will be overloading the front leg, instead of getting adequate stretch for the back leg. Final words, promise. The other thing, when You go into the stretch, you see the front leg in front of you. Of course, you want to stretch that. Let's say you have this distance here and you're trying to cover this distance by thinking, I need to reach forward with this leg. Well, instead of reaching forward with the front leg, you should try to reach back to straighten the back leg. That drill we did, very crucial, 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, you will be demanding 130% of stretch from this guy and 70-60% from this guy. See how we often compensate the inadequacy of the stretch of the hip here by overstretching the front. When it's the case, you will take much longer to adapt to that position. So instead of leaning forward and demanding the front leg to go forward, you keep thinking, okay, this guy, rotate in, reach back, and that's how you cover the distance, not overstretching this guy. And that's it. So do all these 1 million things, easy to remember, and you will be successful. That is it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed all my blah, blah, blah. Again, apologize. Just I like giving you more insight so that you understand what you're doing. My apologies. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it went. Were you successful or not? That's it. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Trainer Maxim with you. Bye-bye.